trainers, welcome back to the world of Pokemon. I'm your Professor Kiwi, and this is your ultimate Pokemon study series. If you're new here, this is the series where we deep dive into every Pokemon. Yes, each and every Pokemon, one at a time, to uncover and explore all the fun facts, juicy trivia, and hilarious puns we can get our Poke hands on. Last time, we finished off the Kanto starters with Blastoise, but today, we're switching gears. We're going from giant water tank to tiny bugs. That's right. Today's episode is all about the adorable, wiggly worm that introduced us to bug types. Pokemon number 0010, Caterpie, the worm Pokemon. Professor Kiwi, let's begin. Every Pokemon, we're diving in, facts, stats, and so much more. From 1 to 1,000, let's explore. And don't forget, I have already uploaded a YouTube short of me drawing Caterpie, so be sure to wiggle on over and check it out after this. Let's dig in! Caterpie is a pure bug-type Pokemon. Caterpie was introduced to us in Gen 1. Caterpie first debuted in Japan on February 27, 1996, and then eventually crawled into America in 1998 through the games Red and Blue. Caterpie stands at a height of 1 foot, or 0.3 meters tall, and weighs only 6.4 pounds, or 2.9 kilos. It's basically just a plushie with legs. But don't let Caterpie's size fool you. Caterpie evolved so quickly, it puts those time-lapse videos to shame. Caterpie's name is the combination of caterpillar and pie, but pronounced P as an abbreviation for its tiny cute size. Caterpillar pie? Let's not test that theory, okay? I'm literally joking. Don't turn Caterpie into a pie. As a bug type, Caterpie has some natural resistance to fighting, ground, and grass type moves. This could be because some insects' diets consist of grass and foliage. However, it does have some serious weaknesses, especially to fire, flying, and rock type Pokemon. So if Caterpie ever sees a Spearow, wave goodbye Caterpie and run! Or wiggle? Caterpie usually has the ability called Shield Dust. It may sound like a magical glitter effect, but what it actually does is protect Caterpie from additional effects from moves. No paralysis, no burns, no flinches, no problems, just pure undistracted bug business. Some Caterpie have a hidden ability called Runaway, which does exactly what it sounds like. It's a free escape from wild battles. Because sometimes the bravest thing you can do is run away when you know you're in a pickle. Caterpie evolves into Metapod at level 7. And then Metapod turns into Butterfree at level 10. Which makes Caterpie's line one of the fastest Pokemon evolutions. If evolution was a race, Caterpie would be on the podium. Caterpie's base stats, well, let's just say they're a little modest, with HP being 45, attack being 30, defense being 35, special attack being 20, special defense being 20, and speed being 45. Caterpie's definitely not built for battle, but that's not the point. It's here to grow and glow up. Caterpie starts with a base friendship of 70. It may not be powerful, but if you raise it with love, it'll become your loyal companion. Unless you accidentally let Pidgey peck it. Let's not do that. Compared to all of my last YouTube videos, every Pokemon's catch rate was 45, but Caterpie's catch rate, it's 225. Caterpie's practically begging to get caught. Just toss a Pokeball and it's yours. Caterpie's gender ratio is 50% male and 50% female. Unfortunately for Caterpie, there are no physical gender differences. Every Caterpie gets the same wiggly charm. The most expensive Caterpie card is the first edition base set PSA 10 card. This card is iconic. There's also an adorable EX from Fire Red and Leaf Green, where Caterpie looks like it's about to throw hands. Or antennas. Let's talk sprites. Here is Caterpie's Gen 1 sprite from the games Red and Blue. It kind of looks like a shoelace with eyes. A little weird. This is Caterpie's Gen 3 sprite. Personally, I think it's a solid redesign. And here is Caterpie's Gen 8 sprite from the game Sword and Shield. It's now smooth, shiny, and bubblier than ever. Let's talk shinies! Caterpie makes some big changes in exchanges. It swaps that green for a dazzling gold color. Catch one of these, and you basically struck Bug-type Bling. Calling all trainers, gather near. A Pokemon fact is coming here. From camp to grass to Paldean skies, let's uncover the truths that mesmerize. Time for some fun facts. Did you know that Caterpie was Ash's first Pokemon he ever caught? Which gave Caterpie the OG status. Or how about its design being based off the Eastern Tiger Swallowtail Caterpillar? And that big red antenna? That's called an osmoterium, a real organ used by caterpillars to release a gross smell to scare away predators. Caterpie also have suction cup feet, which helps it climb trees, walls, and maybe into your heart. It's equal parts cute and disgusting. Am I right, Misty? Caterpie is one of my personal favorites. I actually painted a Caterpie on my bedroom wall once. It's not just cute, it's confident. It knows it's not strong now, but just give it 3 levels and it's already half a butterfly. I love that Misty was terrified of it in the anime, despite it being the least threatening thing ever. It's the underbug story of the generation. Raise one early and it will never forget you. Unless it gets eaten by a wild sparrow. Again, don't let that happen. Or you turn it into a pie? Again, don't do that. Caterpie doesn't really have a lot of tricks up its sleeves. Mostly because Caterpie doesn't have sleeves. But it does have a useful early game strategy. It starts with Tackle, a basic move that does small damage. Nothing fancy. String Shot is where it gets tactical. It lowers the opposing Pokemon's speed, making Caterpie faster in comparison. Spam this enough and even a Zubat looks slow. In later generations, Caterpie can learn Bug Bite, which not only damages the Pokemon, but also eats the opponent's Hellberry. That's just rude and hilarious. Here's a sample battle set. Equip Caterpie with Evilite to boost its defense. Open with String Shot to slow down foe. Then follow with Bug Bite to remove any healing berries. Use Tackle for chip damage. And let the status effects wear down your opponent. Underestimate Caterpie and you might get bugged. Let's hear some cries. Here is Caterpie's Gen 1 cry. It kind of sounds like a glitchy microwave. Here is the updated cry of Caterpie. So trainers, have you ever raised a Caterpie from worm to wing? Did you ever catch that golden shiny and brag about it for years? Or maybe you were just like Ash and caught one to prove you could. Drop your favorite Caterpie memory in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying this Poke study journey. Next episode, we tackle Metapod, the ultimate defense mode. Until next time, trainers, train hard, stay curious, and never underestimate a worm with a dream.